Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to be making and canning tomatillo salsa. The recipe is from the Ball Complete Book of Home Preserving, and I will be canning the salsa in my Nesco canner. I'm actually going to be steam canning it instead of water bath canning. You can do either one. I made a video just recently about how to steam can in the Nesco, so if you want to do that option you can, but I also have a video on how to water bath can in the Nesco. You can use either one for this recipe. And by the way, I'm Rebecca from StockingMyPantry.com. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the ingredients. It calls for 5½ cups of chopped cord husked tomatillos. And that's what I have in this bowl here. I have my tomatillos. And I do want to say one thing. Tomatillos were on sale for 49 cents a pound at Aldi. That's why I decided to make this salsa. And I bought 3 pounds just in case. So the 5½ cups chopped cord husked tomatillos, and it kind of gives a hint that it could be about 2 pounds of tomatillos or about 24 tomatillos. So that's what you're going for. To be on the safe side, especially since they were so cheap, I bought 3 pounds of tomatillos and I ended up using all of them. So I'm actually making a 1½ times recipe, but I'm giving you the recipe as it's written in the book. I wanted to mention that because I'm going to hopefully end up with 6 half pints and the recipe yields 4 half pints. So if you see a little disconnect between me seeming to have a little more ingredients and ending up with more salsa, that's why. And by the way, if you have never worked with tomatillos, you husk them. They will have a little sticky residue on them. You just wash it off. You might also see some just like black or brown crud on them. Just wash it off. It's totally fine. 5½ cups of chopped cord husked tomatillos, 1 cup of chopped onions, 1 cup chopped seeded green chili peppers. And the nice thing is it gives a tip in this book that both jalapeno and long green chili peppers work well in this recipe. If you are not a heat seeker, try milder poblano or Anaheim peppers. Now, I was looking at the ingredients and I was thinking 5 cups of chopped tomatillos, 1 cup of chili peppers, and I just decided I didn't want the heat this time. So instead of jalapenos, I used poblano peppers. Okay, so that's what I have here is my poblano peppers. Okay, 1/2 cup of white vinegar, 4 tablespoons of lime juice, 4 cloves of garlic finely chopped, 2 tablespoons finely chopped cilantro, 2 teaspoons ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Okay, so the first step is to preheat your canners, jars, and lids. Now, you no longer have to heat lids. This book, when it was written, they were still recommending heating lids. So anyway, but I have my water and my jars in my Nesco. I'm using the brown setting to heat them up. Okay, so I've already got that going. Okay, now it says in a large stainless steel stock pot, you combine all of the ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to put in my tomatillos, the cup of chopped onion, the cup of chopped seeded green chili peppers. And again, my ingredients are actually more than what I'm saying, but just by 1/2. 1/2 cup of white vinegar, 4 tablespoons of lime juice, and then it calls for 4 cloves of garlic finely chopped and 2 tablespoons of cilantro. I have them in the same little container, so I'm dumping both of those in right now. 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I have all of those in this one little container. Okay, and I can hear my jars are heating up. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the canner. I'm going to leave the lid on so that my jars and my water stay hot. And then I'm going to bring this over to the stove, bring it to a boil. Let's see, read the instructions here. I will Bring to a boil over medium-high heat, stirring constantly. Reduce heat and boil gently, stirring frequently for 10 minutes. So I'm going to take you over to the stove now and we'll do that part. Okay, I put it on medium-high heat and I'm going to just stir everything together, and it says stir constantly while it's on medium-high heat. And that makes a lot of sense because there's not a lot of liquid, but you have to understand the tomatillos are going to release, and the onions, they're liquid. So we'll stir constantly until it comes to a boil, and then reduce the heat and simmer it for 10 minutes. It's not quite to a boil, but it's getting there. And you can see how already it's cooking down some, but the simmering is what's really going to turn it into a salsa instead of a pot of raw vegetables. Still not quite to a boil. I haven't been timing it, but I would say this part is taking probably a good 10 minutes to bring it up to a boil. One thing I will mention though is that I had diced the tomatillos and put them in the fridge last night, and so I'm starting off with cold tomatillos, and so that probably impacted it a little bit, but it's not a real quick process, no doubt because you're stirring the whole time. Wow, look at what a difference already, even without the simmering. Okay, I would say that that is a boil, so I'm going to reduce the heat now and simmer it for 10 minutes. And it does say to stir occasionally during this time. So I'll bring you back when it's about done. Okay, it's been simmering for 10 minutes. So now I'm going to take it over to the table and fill my jars. Okay, so I have kept my jars in the Nesco and the water, and they are piping hot. I'm going to remove them. And by the way, I am dumping the water back into the canner because what I did is I put some of the water that I needed for the canner into the jars. And then that way I don't have to, dump the water into a pot or into the sink or anything like that. I'm just dumping it right back into the canner, and it'll stay there until I need it. And I am leaving one jar in the canner that I don't think I'm going to need, but it's there in case I need it. Okay. All right, so now we're going to fill the jars to a 1/2 inch headspace. And I just realized I don't have my funnel. Give me just a second. Okay. Much better now. Okay, so fill them to a 1/2 inch headspace, and I'll adapt the headspace after I debubble. I think I put a little extra in this one, so I put a little less in this one in case I need to spoon some over. And I am going to need that extra jar, so I'm glad I have it heated and ready to go. Let me go ahead and grab that. In fact, this is going to make more than 7 half pints, but anything extra I'll just stick in the fridge and we'll eat sooner rather than later. But speaking of eating sooner rather than later, the book does say that the salsa mellows over time and it's best if you wait 3 to 4 weeks to eat it. So this is probably going to be a little bit pungent today. I think I'm making omelets today, so I'll use whatever leftover I have in the omelet and that'll be good. Let's debubble. You can see I have a few jars that don't have as much in them, but that was me thinking I'm going to have to spoon some from some jars, and it definitely looks like that's going to be the case. Check the headspace. This has a little bit too much. Okay, so the bottom line is you're going to spoon some from jars that have too much into ones that don't have enough, and of course I have a little extra in my pot. So that'll help as well if need be. I will draw from there. Okay, so now that all of these are a 1/2 inch headspace, I'm going to wipe the rims and get the rings on. Whoops. Okay, we'll put the lids on. Okay, the rings fingertip tight. Okay, and into the canner, all of these go. Since they're hot, I'm going to use the jar lifter to put them into the canner. You can see that I have less water in than I would need for water bath canning, which is fine since I'm steam canning. However, I do things a little bit differently than a lot of people who use the Nesco or the Carry for steam canning, and I'll link to the video where I show how to do that. So the bottom line is I have my racks elevated so that I can have 8 cups of water in there without the water touching the bottom of the jars. So the jars are not submerged in water, they're a little bit above the water. Okay, so I'm going to close it now, and then I'm going to set the processing time. And let me just double check. I think it's 15 minutes. Process both 8-ounce and pint jars for 15 minutes. Remove canner lid, wait 5 minutes, and so on. Okay, so the processing time is 15 minutes. Due to my altitude, I'm going to put in 20 minutes. And by the way, make sure that the valve is in the exhaust position the whole time. After I put in the time, I'm not going to bring you back until the whole process is finished. I do have a whole separate video that explains how to do this, and so you can see the whole process if you would like. Okay, let's get the canner started. I'm going to press water bath and put in a time of 20 minutes. Now remember, the time is 15 minutes, but due to my altitude, I'm adding 5. So you would put 15 if you're 1,000 feet or below. And I'm pressing start. Okay, what's going to happen now is waiting for a steady stream of steam and then pressing start again. But I'll bring you back when it's all done. See you in a bit. So here is the finished product. I'll try to zoom in so you guys can see it. It looks absolutely delicious. It's too early for me to know whether or not they sealed, but there wasn't any siphoning, so that's always a good sign. I ended up with the 7 half pints that I canned, And then I also have a half pint that I'm just putting in the fridge. I did taste this. It's delicious. I'm looking forward to using it on our breakfast today. So my husband was excited when he heard that I was making omelets today with the homemade salsa because it smells great. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. I'll be making omelets using this salsa and also bacon and homemade biscuits. So it should be a delicious breakfast. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate it if you would like the video, and if you haven't already done so, if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day.